Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to learn about the linear regression, which is the fourth part of this unit. So let's go for it. Linear regression. Linear regression is a basic and most commonly used type of predictive analysis. It is used for prediction. Linear regression can be said as an attempt to model the relationship between two variables by fitting a linear equation to observed data. So what happens is, what is the main aim is to fit a linear regression line so that it can represent our actual observed data. We can take an example that a person might want to relate weights of individuals to their heights using this linear regression model. What is the overall idea of regression? We can say that the overall idea is to predict whether the set of predictor variables do a good job in predicting an outcome variable or not. And second, what we wrote is what variables in particular are significant predictors of outcome variable, and in what way do they impact the outcome variable, that is their magnitude and sign. These regression estimates are used to explain the relationship between one dependent variable, and there can be one or more independent variables. The simplest form of regression equation with one dependent and one independent variable is this one, that is y is equal to c plus bx, wherein y is our estimated dependent variable score, c is a constant, b is the regression coefficient, and x is the independent variable. So y is the dependent and x is the independent variable over here. One of the most common methods is the least square regression method. This method calculates the best fitting line for the observed data. So consider this data and we have to calculate the best fitting line. So consider this example. We have to calculate the best fitting line for the observed data such that we have to minimize the sum of the squares of vertical deviations. What is vertical deviations? Suppose this is my predicted line and this is my actual output in case of this. So this is my actual and this is my predicted line. So for this instance, my outcome would be this. So the difference between both of them is the vertical deviation from each data point. We have to find that. So in least square regression method, that is what this method does, is to find the sum of the squares of vertical deviations for each data point of the line. So the deviations are first squared and then summed. Okay, so we can say that this is the distribution of my data, and we have to find the best fit for the lines. Maybe my line can be this or this way. Suppose this is the best fit for the line such that my vertical deviations are less. Okay, so in that way a best fit of line is calculated. When selecting the model for analysis, an important consideration is this model fitting. This is the model fitting, and that is the most important consideration. Adding independent variables to linear regression model will always increase the explained variance of the mode. However, overfitting can occur by adding too many variables to the model. Again, in this case, if we want to divide and we have some other data, and the data is very crunched, so overfitting can occur over here. So that one consideration should be taken about that. If we can say that if a model includes large number of variables, some of the variables would be statistically significant. This was about